Hello, good people. Hope everyone is doing well on this Fist Pump Friday edition of Montez at midday. Hope everyone is doing well. Look like we got a morning without any liquid sunshine, but how's everyone doing today? And welcome to Montez at midday. Again, I'm your boy Dre Montez, and welcome to another action-packed episode. I guess we're going to try to do what we can do considering the circumstances out there for the people, by the people, of the people, for sure. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. It does not go underappreciated whatsoever at all. It does not. It really does. If you're watching on Facebook, hello, Facebook. If you're watching on X, thank you and hello. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello, YouTubers out there, good folks. How are we doing? Don't forget, we're raising the roof. We're bringing back raising the roof here in 2024. And it's also Fist Pump Friday. So pump those fists in the air. Listen to your music, mix in your car. Smoke that shit if you can at work on your break. If you did your morning workout this morning, stay hydrated. Those of you know who you are. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary today, happy anniversary to you as well. If you're off today, if you took the damn day off, you just said enough is enough, you're tailgating already, anticipating what's going to happen on Sunday. My, oh my, Sunday seems so far away when we're waiting on two games to let us know who's going to the Super Bowl either way. All right, got high fives? Chest bump. Let's help this thing out. Let's get in there for the real thing. Get in there for the real thing. Shake it if you got it. All right, let's get through our pillars of the day. We're going to let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh and stay calm. All those right there go into what helping you execute and having a great day. I really think it all comes down to executing a great day. You want to start the week on a good note. You want to end the week on a great note. For those of us that are off on Saturdays and Sundays, today is a true meaning of Friday. But we have figured out in the past, 15, 20 years, Friday comes in different days of the week for most people. Most people, their Friday is Monday. Some people's a Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Not too many people have a Friday that's really their Friday. What we mean by that, you're off work the next 2 days. Because back in the day, a 5-day work week was like the commonplace thing. You worked on Saturdays. You chose that. You chose to do that job. Before we get into it, I have a couple of questions. For people that have natural hair, what can you put on your head besides a hat when you go into establishments with a heavy smoke, or you go to an event and they're smoking barbecue or cigar smoke is around you? Well, do you find yourself the next day wanting to wash everything your head has touched? Your pillow, your blanket, your comforter, your sheet. Hell, you want to throw the bed away because your hair takes in everything you've been around. And I can't believe here in 2024, no TikToker, no Temu, no Etsy has come up with a device for people with natural hair to put over their head where nothing gets inside of our hair. I mean, do we got to bring back the shower cap? Because that's what we're going to do. If the women can wear those, I'm going to wear I'm going to get different color shower caps and start wearing those out when I go to establishments that allow smoking. Cigarette smoke, weed and cigar smoke, and barbecue smoke, and fire pit smoke is the worst combination of shit to get in your hair. And you smell it the next day. Oh, my God. And then if you have a hat that you wear, it's a wrap. I mean, shampoo and conditioner is not 1980 prices anymore, kids. I mean, it's You got to make a business decision. We can't afford to wash your hair every day. No, no. But I just want to, if you know of something, pass it along to a brother. I know a lot of people that do hair and cut hair that say they do. But if you have something that you can recommend for people to put on their head when they're out in an establishment where it's heavy smoke, cigar, cigarette, weed, wood from a fire pit, or a bonfire, or somebody grilling out, all of that gets in your hair. If you have something that you can recommend, if it's online, just type it in, Drago Hair, or you know a place here in St. Louis or Illinois, let a brother know. I'm struggling with, I'm tired of wearing a hat. But everywhere I go, the smell is atrocious. Maybe I should stay inside. I mean, I don't smoke cigarettes. Maybe I should just try a different method. But I'm caught in a little pendulum here on what to do, what to put on our head when we run into a situation like that. Good morning, my brother from the state of Washington, my brother Mickey here. Happy belated birthday to you again, man. I hope you had a great birthday. Hope you had a great birthday, Mickey. But I'm wondering, is there something? If I don't have an idea of this on what to do, I think the first week in February, we don't have anything to go to, we're going shower cap. We're gonna wear a shower cap. No, we will go there. We will go there because I cannot afford the price of shampoo and conditioner. All right, good people. It is Fist Pump Friday, and it's your boy Dre Montez, and we're going to talk about some things today. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Time is of the essence. We just going to get to going today. You're going to get to going today. And one more thing. For all you folks out there, single, dating, trying to figure it out, it's you to figure out. It's you. Not your family members, not strangers, not even your fucking friends. Because if you wanted your friends' opinions, you wouldn't have been through multiple people, okay? If you listen to your friends a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, you'd still be with the person you should have been with. But now you're on your own. So stop asking other people, what you think of her, man? Not our concern anymore. You folks keep saying you want people to stay out your business. You want to, okay, let's keep it that way then. We're going to let everybody fulfill their, how can I put it, New Year's resolution. They want to run their own life. Let's let them run their own life. Let them. Let's stop helping people that we've tried to help before. Oh, man. It's just, oh, man, I feel like a gecko sometimes, just sitting there just listening like, what in the, it's 2024. You didn't have any brothers or sisters or cousins when you were like in your teenage years to hip you to shit? How you this old and that? We can't expect people to know shit. We can't do that. We can't do that. Just because you went to Harvard don't mean you know how to play cricket. Okay? Let that sink in. All right. What a night we had last night. I tried to tell y'all. No, I didn't. I told friends and family members when I went to my very first women's national championship game in Charlotte, North Carolina, between UConn and Tennessee, I was bitten by the bug of women's college basketball. I became a fan of the Volunteers and Pat Summitt. Rest. Pat got our back. That women's college basketball is something special. The matchups, the way women ball out in the competitive field. I'm not talking about the WNBA. And I'm not talking about high school. I'm not talking about AAU. I'm to my college basketball, women's college basketball. Okay. Last night you had South Carolina at LSU. South Carolina at LSU. The last two championships in women's college basketball did not disappoint. The eyelash team, as I call LSU, they had it working. They had the B, the Queen B. She was getting it in. Whether you believe she's an average college basketball, she's not dominant, but she's important to the team. She's intimidating. If you big and I don't care what sport you play, if you big and intimidating, you can pretty much bullshit your way through there. Okay? Kim Mulkey, she did not get too antsy last night as she's been known to do on the sideline and with the referees. I think all the calls last night were pretty much, except 2 or 3 of them. But it was not a great shooting night either side. You can tell that South Carolina is more of a team. There's no real dominant top shooter. But they got some freshmen on that team that's ready to ball. I mean, they're coming in. When you say, look, I don't want to go to my high school graduation. I want to enroll in school early. I'm ready to ball out. That's some shit. You don't want to go to your prom? You don't want to go to graduate? No, it's time for that. I'm trying to ball out. That game was something else. Here's something I paid attention to last night as well. The LSU fans that were up under the goalpost, if you're looking at the TV to the left, those guys that had the white shirts on, those were not white shirts. No. It was body paint. All those guys were bald. No shirts on. Those were painted on. Painted on. See, see, all the men give you is the swim team doing the antics on the sideline. That right there. The net hats, I'm getting one for the Final Four. I'm getting me one of those. We're going to put one of those on. We're getting a net hat. But I was not disappointed by the game. The first half clearly can tell that LSU controlled the game. They were controlling the rebounding offensively, defensively, second shots, second chances. They were really taking advantage of South Carolina being just a little out of the whack when the game started. They led 2-0. Okay? They didn't lead again until it was 73-70. And we know how the game ended. But at halftime, I think right before into the halftime commercial, Don Staley was seen at midcourt having that passionate talk with your team. If you've been a player, you know that passionate talk your coach gives you. What's wrong with y'all? You act like you never played the game of basketball before. We just talked about this. Come on now. She got in the locker room, straighten them out. They come out in the second half. Oh, also right before halftime, that 3 was key. That 3-pointer was key. They got them within 5. That was key. That gave you what? Momentum. In coming out, those 2 ill-advised quick timeouts is another reason LSU ran out of timeouts with 2:14 left in the game. Those 2 quick timeouts coming out of halftime because South Carolina came out not messing around. They couldn't get the penetration in the paint as they wanted to start the game off with their young backcourt. But that guard play they got in South Carolina is fun to watch. If you really have not got your feet wet in women's college basketball, this weekend, the Super Bowl bye week, I advise you to check out some college basketball games, some women college basketball games. You got Tennessee get ready to suit up this weekend. You get to see UConn suit up this weekend. UCLA and USC is out there doing special. And let's not forget about what TCU doing. Have you heard about TCU, the Horned Frogs or the Under Frogs? Look here. They started out the season undefeated. In that game against Baylor, they lost their center. Her finger got messed up. 4 days later, they lose another player, tore ACL. The next day, they lose the backup center in practice. Torn ACL, meniscus, done. They have a total of 5 players with lower extremity problems that can't play. They had to forfeit 2 games. Open up an open tryout practice with a disclaimer. Any TCU women want to try out that played high school basketball, come holler at us. They found, just going to class, regular class, 3 former high school All-Americans. And they got the volleyball girl. And they win Wednesday night, 66-60. Oh, my God. Cinderella does not wear a slipper anymore. She plays basketball. What a story. What a story. Man, I'm telling you something else. What a way to start off a Friday morning when you hear 2 women college football stories like that. I mean, basketball stories like that. Let's keep it going. This is controversial. When the article came out, people took it because of this. And I'm talking about, can we save Sports Illustrated, the magazine? Who reads a sports publication anymore anyway? The internet has ruined everything. Live videos, clips, reels. By the time you see the article, someone's made a video about it. So what is the appeal of Sports Illustrated, the magazine? I don't even want to, it's out of my hands, out of my topic of discussions. I don't have enough people on the panel to talk about the swimsuit issue. So I'm not going to talk about that. That's heat I don't want coming this way. I'm just talking about the magazine itself. I miss reading the articles. I miss hearing about the Gatorade Player of the Year, male and female. I miss the editorial on the back of the page. I miss that. The in-depth interview, the in-behind-the-scenes stories as far as a writing aspect. The breakdown of Manny Ramirez's trade in that Sports Illustrated magazine that year was beautiful. But we're so quick on the information, on the know, we click on it, want to see it right then and there. So to read a sports publication, that could be probably hard for Sports Illustrated to do. Maybe if one of these, maybe if Barstools picks it up, or that other sports publication that's doing all of the videos with their content. Maybe it's somewhere they can put the content that they're bringing together, make it do something well together with the magazine to save Sports Illustrated, the magazine. But I can't believe that Sports Illustrated, the magazine, is nowhere in sight to be as used in today's media format at all. It's used in more of a comedic standpoint as informative situation with Sports Illustrated. And Sports Illustrated used to be here. The sporting news used to be here, all of that. And it's in a cloud now. It's like we can't talk to each other no more face to face. They don't want us buying nothing in the store. They want you to buy it online. I say within 5 years, the library will be gone because nobody's reading books anymore. I'm not talking about you serial killers waiting to hide and you women that refuse to talk to people, not you people. And now sports publications. How are magazines making money? But we lost a whole publication. A whole area of publication is gone because of the internet, because of the World Wide Web. The things we have lost, things are beneficial on the web, and things I kind of miss that we don't do anymore because of the web. We've gotten lazy. Everything is too easy to get. Why would I read a magazine, but I can get the article online right now, Dre? It makes no sense. The smell, the feel of the paper. To own that magazine with that classic cover of an athlete or a scene, that was something to have the cover of the magazine. That meant something. Now, we're clickbait. Speaking of clickbait, this is going to be a good one here. It's all my gamblers out there. Those of you know who you are, whether you use your phone or wherever you go. There is a means, there is a way people do it. But be responsible when you do it. Just be responsible when you do it. And gambling is fun, especially when you do it responsible. If you find yourself out this weekend, stop on over there in Collinsville. Lots of action going on track. Stream it. Lots of things going on in the sports this weekend, from hockey, NHL. Go Blues, LGB. College basketball, men's and women. Australian Open, maybe. Don't know. And NFL, of course, got something for you at FanDuel. But on that sense right there, by now, everyone knows the do's and don'ts of gambling. You have to be how old? At least 21. And if you play sports collegiately, it's pretty difficult to do. We saw a story where a young man, with the assistance of his parents, dressed up in a costume and went and placed bets. Like, no one's going to recognize that kid in that fake mustache. Well, we got another one. This young man, you're not going to believe this shit. He made 8,900 bets. Now, I didn't say he won $8,900. He placed 8,900 bets, 8,900 bets in 397 days while at LSU. He was arrested yesterday. He was under 21. He used his real fucking name, allegedly. Used his mother's credit card, allegedly. The first account couldn't take anymore, so he opened up another account using his same name, allegedly. This is the last I'm going to tell y'all this. You are not getting a come-up game gambling and you're playing ball. No. They are watching. That's a federal crime. You know what? They're going to find out. They're going to find out. If you're in the NFL, if you're at the practice facility, you cannot gamble on your phone because why? They're still at work on NFL property. I don't understand how. You know what? It's called greed. I do understand. It's greed. It's like the man with 4 girlfriends and a wife and 1 kid. It's greed. I mean, evenly planned out, but it's greed. It's like the woman with a sugar daddy, a husband, and a boyfriend, and a side hitter. Come on now. That's greed. That's greed. You're already going to the next level. You can't get no NIL money. And then they showed the video when there was a flag on the play and he didn't get the ball thrown to him because he did what? He gambled on himself on a 8-play parlay. I said this right before the holiday. When your kids come home, talk to your kids. Not about the parties, not about their classes. Find out about their fucking life at school. What's going on? Talk to them. Don't assume shit. I done watched 5 movies on Netflix this week. I would go to school with my kid if I had a kid in elementary school, middle school, or high school. I'm going to school with you too. Fuck that. No. I'm going too. Why your daddy always with you? He want to make sure I go to school, do what I'm supposed to, and come home. Only way it's going to happen if he there with me. Yeah. Ain't no way. Ain't no way in the hell. No. Once you can talk and walk and write your name, I would never leave your side if y'all had a kid in school today. What? There are 5 movies on Netflix. I guarantee you won't leave your kid ever. You'll be, where you going? I'm going to keep that door open. Keep the door open. Where you going? I'm going over Charles' house. I'm going to Charles' house with you too. We going together. Ain't no way in the hell. But talk to your kids. Find out what's going on in school. I didn't say go through their phone. Because you know a kid will talk about your ass in a minute, and then you get in your feelings about they don't like me. Your kid's not supposed to like you. All right, moving right along. This the weekend of I told you so is really going to be heard a whole lot. I told you so. I told you so. What's up, Maggie? Hope you're feeling better. Maggers, hope you're feeling better, Maggie. Hope you're feeling better. Shout out to Sammy Soap, by the way, in Kirkwood. Shout out to Sammy Soap. Ooh, make a beard feel good. Sammy Soap. This the weekend you're going to hear people say more things about, try to tell you. Pocket quarterback, scrambler, game manager, game changer, proven quarterback of the future. Best I've ever seen. Just give him the whole left wing of the damn Hall of Fame now. You're going to hear all that this weekend. All that you're going to hear. But what baffles me is about the quarterbacking situation. What's going on in San Fran? The 262nd pick of the NFL draft is playing in an NFC championship game. This man has gotten more criticism, more doubt than anybody I've ever heard in my life. And he is the most efficient quarterback in the NFL this year. Hello, America. But he's not a quarterback. I'd like to see him do that somewhere else. Well, why do we do that? When we see somebody doing well, we want to say, well, I want to see you do that over here. Why? I want to see the Brady's move to Chicago in the projects and then have a good time, then have the Evans move to the Brady's neighborhood. That's not how the show was written. I feel bad for San Fran. Last year, I wanted to hug my man, Walt Adams, Sumner Bulldog, my dude, Ricardo, my dude, Rich. All these guys are San Fran fans from the catch of Dwight Clark. And they made it that far and didn't have nobody that could throw a forward pass. You know how that was awful. That was not enough. They had nobody that could throw the ball forward. So that's why Shanahan thought about bringing Brady in. There was no guarantee that Purdy would be ready to throw the ball forward. They know what they're going to do at the quarterback position. But look where we are now, and everybody keeps doubting this dude, Purdy. Can we rewind the clock a little bit? Remember the name Trent Dilfer? I don't remember anybody saying anything. Well, why is Trent Dilfer why is he the quarterback in the Super Bowl matchup? He shouldn't be in there. He needs somebody a little bit more of a quarterback and skill set. Come on now, man. Come on. Since you want to play the game, moving people to different teams, what if San Fran had the type of defense that the Baltimore Ravens had back then? Okay. When you have a defense like that, who gives a fuck who's quarterback? You heard what the Ravens said in that DVD, in the documentary. How many points we need, Coach? 7. 7. 7 points. They said that's all they're going to give up. 7. They could have shut them out. That's how hungry that defense was. That's how good that defense was. But we're giving this dude, Brock Purdy, number 262, so much doubt because of what happened last year. Let me see you turn your URL or UCL. URL. Tell I do too much computer stuff. Turn your UCL and let me see if you can mess with your man boy. Bet you can't do that. So this man came back from that injury and is one of the most highest efficient quarterbacks in NFL history. And this man getting more doubt than anything. Trent Dilfer and Brock Purdy. Those names going to be said a whole lot this weekend, especially Trent Dilfer for sure. Congratulations to LeBron James. The first 20-year All-Star. LeBron James has crossed off a lot of things on a sports list in your life. Just don't think about it right now. If you're really a sports fan, just think about all the milestones that have happened in your lifetime in sports, what you have witnessed. We saw Tom Brady whole career. Whole career. Derek Jeter, whole career. Albert Pujols, whole career. Barry Bonds, whole career. The things we have witnessed, watched on TV, read articles about, the documentaries we've seen in the sports world, in LeBron James, the first 20-year All-Star. I don't say it enough, but damn it, sports, I love you. From the information to the way you make me feel, and goodness gracious, ain't it something else? I'll tell you what, we're going to take a short break here, and we're going to close out a little Kansas City football talk, playing the Baltimore football Ravens, and Detroit Lions, and the San Francisco 49ers. Be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Mountain Man as smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
All right, good people. Smoke them if you got them. It's almost time for you to get back to work. And some of you probably already off work already, because who works a full Friday anyway? Who does that? Who works a full Friday anymore? I'm not modern. We leaving. We out. By the way, do yourself a favor. Episode 543 of Who's to Blame, the podcast, is up on Spotify. Check it out today as we talked about the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Oh, that brought up a tough discussion around the Major League Baseball fans, not just here in the Midwest, but throughout. Everywhere. People are talking about what does first ballot mean? How long is too on? Are we going to forgive what happened in 98? Are we going to forgive those people? Don't they tell us every time to forgive and to forget? Sometimes in sports they believe that, and sometimes they do not. All right, folks. If you're just tuning in, at the beginning of the show, we talked about a little help out there I'm looking for. As a person that wears natural hair, when I go into establishments with heavy smoke, cigarettes, marijuana, cigars, fireplace, food being cooked, besides a hat, what can natural hair people wear? I'm going to look everywhere and find out from everybody I can talk to. But if I don't find an answer, I will be wearing a shower cap when I go out. Because my hats now need to go to the dry cleaners. I mean, I haven't sent a hat to a dry cleaner since the 90s. Since the 90s. This is the last time I sent a hat to the dry cleaners. My goodness, for sure. And also, we talked about folks out there in relationships, whether they're single, out there doing their thing, putting their leg up every day, or telling somebody to bend over every 3 days. It's a different person. Do your lifestyle. But at the same sense, if you're over 30, you got this. Because everybody said last year that was in their 30s, stay out of our business. We got this. So let's do ourselves a favor. Let's not listen to nobody else that want advice that's over 30. We're just going to listen. Don't give no feedback. So when they say to you, what you think about old girl? Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. When they say, what you think about him? He's nice. Don't say nothing. Just smile and wave. Because it's going to happen. The craziest, you know why? It's that time of year again. Tax season, idiot season, stupid season. Oh my God. It's baby, let me flip that for you season. Let me flip your income taxes into more money for me and not for you. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It happens every year. Oh my God, it happens every year. Whew. Whew. I talk about having kids in school. I couldn't imagine having a brother or sister that's in their 20s that would do something like that. Hold on. You worked a whole year and your boyfriend or girlfriend convinced you to give them your income tax check to flip it for more money? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Boy, loan sharks make a lot of money. Loan shark business will be up. I'm telling you. Whew. Sometimes I think everybody should just grow up. I wish everybody could have lived in the projects at least 2 years, just to understand when people say, You did what? Hey, who's that driving your car? Oh, we just met last week. He going to get the rest of his stuff to move in. What? All right, to each his own, kids. What else we talked about? A hell of a game last night in women's college basketball between LSU and South Carolina. We love our Cocks. That's what it says on the South Carolina and men's basketball team cheerleaders' backside. We love our Cocks because they're the Gamecocks. Also, we talked about, can we save Sports Illustrated, the magazine? And we also talked about the football player, LSU, that made 8,900 bets in 397 days. In two of those bets, he bet on himself in an 8-team parlay. And no, he never won by betting on himself. We're also going to hear a lot of comparison between Trent Dilfer and Mr. Brock Purdy, 262, and LeBron James, 20th year All-Star. My, oh my, oh my, oh my. Well, this fan base in this area, it's pretty much on a different side of the spectrum, so to speak. You got Kansas City taking on Baltimore in Baltimore. I don't know how this started, this Chief Nation shit in St. Louis, and we had a football team here, 3 of them, and they're all gone. How y'all lose a football team again? Stay out of this. Not today. There's too much going on up here right now. We know what Kansas City is capable of. We know that. We know what Mahomes can do besides with the squeaky voice and the weird haircut and an annoying-ass wife and stupid-ass brother. We know that. But on the field, at the beginning of the year, Kansas City did not look like Kansas City that we know Kansas City. We know the Mahomes magic. We know what Kelsey can do. The receiving core was a little up in the air. We know what Pacheco can do running the ball. Offensive line, that's why I think the biggest issue would be at the last weekend. They seem to contain the fat man and not get any really egregious penalties on that offensive line on the big dude on the right, because we know he is the most penalized offensive lineman in what? NFL history. He's one player, not a team. One player. Now, you got Baltimore Ravens. You had doubt. We talked about Brock Purdy being pissed last year with that nerve injury, that UCL injury. Can you imagine how Lamar Jackson has been feeling? He's been doubted more times than anybody, on the ability to play quarterback in the NFL. They tried to make him move to receiver when he came out of Louisville. The fact that he runs too much, turn him into a pocket player, doesn't want to listen to anybody. Hasn't done anything in the league, but act like he's done anything. We've heard it all. He's won MVP before. Highly speculation that he's going to win MVP again. But being hurt and wasn't there for his team, that stings more than anything. when you're hurt and that's your team and you have to sit there and watch them lose, it's not the fact I wish I was out there, we could have won. I wish I was out there to compete with my guys, my team, my squad. I'm the leader. And when you've led a team before that far and you get hurt, I understand where he's coming from. I don't think Lamar is trying to do anything to appease to the media, the naysayers, or the self-doubters. I think what Lamar is trying to do is something for him and the team. This has been the most team-building experience I've watched to another franchise that's on that pedigree level, on that path level to building something, as we've seen Kansas City do it as well. They're building something. If Kansas City wins this game and goes to Vegas and wins that, we're going to hear that D word in front, meaning dynasty, because they've been building something with a little bit of consistency as the players they've been bringing in via trade, the draft, free agency. We've seen it. But in this particular matchup, the mitigating factor here, I think, is going to be the fans, because the fans can disrupt the noise and disrupt false starts, because penalties in the playoffs do what? They hurt daddy. Missed field goals do what? They hurt daddy. So penalties, turnovers, time possession. 3 games. Those are the 3 things right there I'm going to pay attention to. I hope the officials do not get involved in this game. I really don't. I hope the outcome of the game is decided on the gridiron and not in a damn booth or looking up here waiting on a call. I may lose my shit if I hear this phrase over the weekend: non-reviewable call. Every fucking play in a championship game should be reviewable. Everything. I'm going with Baltimore in this game. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't feel like a blowout. We know Mahomes can play with the lead. He can come from behind. That's what she said. There's no putting them away type situation I can see. There's no really bad key injury here. I think guys are both hungry defensively on both sides. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is the running back with the small hands with Kansas City. He can't hold on to the ball worth the shit. He got them little bitty hands. That's the only thing I'm worried about. That's that right there for sure. And the offensive line. Now, if it's 10-10 at halftime and both teams are playing the first half like they did, identical to last weekend, it's going to be some furniture moving at halftime again. But I got Baltimore winning the game. Kansas City at Baltimore in the game on Sunday. So give me Baltimore. Next up, we got Detroit at San Fran. Wow. I heard something that blew my mind. Only real hard people have bad hands. If you work hard, your hands are bad. I heard that. And I'm confused on so many levels. I just think those people don't take care of their hands. But Detroit, that city works hard. And 2 years ago, when Detroit got on Hard Knocks, I watched that whole season. It's my first time seeing an art museum, an interactive art museum. And the way that team was talking in that film, and the way the coach was talking, they're building on something. This is not a one-season type of thing. This is going to be like, okay, this is going to get better year after year. And it got better the following year, which is where we're at right now. The people in that city have been waiting to win forever, ever. So long we took the 4 off. They've been waiting ever. To have that David Freese effect, to play for your hometown team and to be a part of the championship process, no one can take that away. And to be a player on the Detroit Lions, I could see that. In that city, in that team. I've been to a game there before in Detroit. Awesome time. Great people, great town. Can't believe they sold out the Ford Dome in August for the first time since they've been there. And since the owner took over for her mom, who was born, the daughter who runs the team now, who was born into the Ford family, inherited Firestone rubber money. Come on, man. That's taking the money game and running with it right there. You're born into the Ford family, but you inherit Firestone rubber money. Jared Goff has this calm, cool, collective look. St. Brown is just that deal. The running game, the offensive line, the defensive line, the storyline of Detroit makes so much sense. Why not take this thing to Vegas? And my youngest son, Tim, I'm pulling for him. That's his squad. That's been his squad since he's a baby. So I can't fault him on that. He was living up there. Well, Dre, you said you don't like other teams, but he was living up there. I can't. He's a Bronco fan, but come on now. And we got San Fran on the other side. Oh boy, San Fran. Brock Purdy's been doubted. Debo. He practiced yesterday. You got Emac. The tight end situation, whether his wife making jackets or not, who gives a damn? This is a Hollywood scripted situation here between Detroit and San Fran. In a way, the football in me wants to see San Fran go. The fan in me wants to see Detroit go. I wouldn't mind seeing Detroit in Baltimore. I wouldn't mind. We already saw Detroit and Kansas City. I don't say that shit no more. San Fran and Baltimore would be cool. Be cool. If Kansas City makes it, I'd just be forced to watch that shit again and that dumb, crazy ass parade of theirs again. Well, that's saying if they win the Super Bowl. But I got Baltimore beating Kansas City. Oh, man. This I want to see a good game. Officials, stay out of this. I want this game decided on the gridiron too. Every play is what? Reviewable. Okay. And those 5 extra officials on the sideline to explain shit to the coaches, I need you be a little bit more visible. I need some NFL paraphernalia on you. All right? I'm going with San Fran in this. I'm going with San Fran. But if Detroit wins, I would not be shocked. It would not be an upset to me. It would not. Now, if Detroit shuts down San Fran, like give them under 50 yards rushing, score only 7 points, only in the red zone 1 time, things of that nature, just defense is all over the place, doing a lot of spider monkey moves. Okay, that right there would surprise me. So, Championship Sunday, give me Baltimore over Kansas City and give me San Fran over Detroit. That way we have February 11th in Vegas. Baltimore against San Fran. The rematch of the night the lights went out. Set up conspiracy Super Bowl, as everybody said was. All right, folks. We have a very nice weather weekend, I do believe, not like last weekend. And we got through this crazy week. A lot of people had their cars dinged up and slipped and fell, but everybody's okay. No major injuries out there. That right there is for sure. And also, yesterday and today, because I'm getting ready to have more people on the show next month, in February, of course. And my first guest that I have coming on in February, I'm telling you, I'm bringing on some people that's either having a great event coming up in the month of February or March, or has a very interesting story or business or path or journey that they're on, or they can bring something to the table for as content when we're talking about sports. So I'm lining up all these appropriate people, and I'm telling you, it is calling guests and having that conversation to be on your show. I like it more than talking to people by advertising on the show. Either way, you get to talk about your show. That's the beautiful thing of it right there. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to this weekend because we got what? College basketball men, college basketball women. There it is. Raise the roof. We in here for show. If you're doing something this weekend, but be good at it. If you're putting out this weekend and you haven't this year, good for you. The anticipation of putting out. When you just say to yourself, you putting your makeup on, whole life. Whole life. Why is it in movies and television shows, it's a comedy, somebody calls somebody a hoe or a freak, it's cool, but you do it in real life, fuck wrong with you? Hey, just joking. I personally don't think nothing wrong being called a freak or a hoe. I think those are beautiful words. Shit, beautiful words. All right, folks, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Don't forget to get your pet spayed or neutered at your local humane society. If you're in Belleville this weekend, go check out a movie at the beautiful Lincoln Movie Theater. Do some shopping, do some eating. Do yourself a favor and get out. Check out Bell Vegas and tell them, Dre Montez told me to come over here because it's the cheesiest, daddy. I don't know if you're watching the games up at Tower Pub this weekend. The crew and the people got you pet friendly and kid approved. Tell Lindsay I said hi. Also down at Friendly's in South City at 3503 Roger Place. 10 up, raise the roof, tip your bartender, do something nice with somebody. Did you compliment somebody yesterday on National Compliment Day, by the way? If you didn't, do it today. Have a great weekend, people. Until next time, peace. I'll holler at you like next week. In the words of my great-grandpappy, 2 wrongs don't make a right, they make a left turn. Until next time, we are out of here. Peace, good people.